Yo, Facebook. It's Carlos over here. I am super excited to be here with you today. We're going to pop right on into it. I really don't like it when people, oh, hold on a second. I guess I am live. When people like wait for people to get on lives, I just think that's totally rude. But we could go in on a whole training on how to effectively do Facebook Lives, but that's not what we're talking about today. So if you're meeting me for the first time, I'm actually going live on my page and in our group, Clever Marketers, which is a group that is designed to support network marketers and direct sales entrepreneurs and building and automating their businesses online. If you're not a member of that, get on over there. It's just called Clever Marketers, Online Marketing Made Simple. You can find it in Facebook search, or if you're on my page, I have links, etc. So, and if you're watching inside Clever Marketers, hey everybody, super excited to be here with you again. I got a lot to share with you today, so I want to get myself just a little bit more organized here. A couple of things. If you're here, you probably voted in our poll last week. I did something different that I've never done before. I took a poll using Google Forms. And so many of you voted for the training today. We're going to be talking about 12 ways to post on social media without being a salesy weirdo, right? And so before I get there, I just want to talk about a couple of quick things. My mission is to help network marketers, direct sales individuals, and entrepreneurs of any kind build and automate their businesses online. I just think that once, and I know because I've been able to rocket to the top of now 6 different network marketing companies, and I've built 100% through attraction marketing and using systems. Systems, ladies and gentlemen, having those systems behind you, and what I'm talking about is a sales funnel. I'm talking about automated follow-up and email systems. Those systems set you free. It allows you to have time with your family, time to do the things you want to do in your life, etc. And that's something that I am incredibly passionate about. And I don't care if you're just starting out or if you are brand new to the industry. And my belief is anyone can do it, because I have seen people from kids right out of college all the way to there's some people that I've worked with that have been in their 80s and 90s that have been able to conquer this. They're determined to get their systems done so that they can spend more time with their friends and their family and the people they love most in life. So today we're talking about selling on social. And if that's something, I'd love to hear from you. Hey, Lori. Hey, Carly. I hope I pronounced your name. It's so nice to see you here. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Let me know if I didn't. Social selling can be tricky. We all, well, I'll share something with you. About it was about a month ago, I saw somebody post. I probably shouldn't even say that. Well, I'm going to, now that I'm just going to be me. She posted she reposted somebody's post that said MLM sales messages are like dick pics to women, women, or something like that. And I was like, that's pretty funny. Number one, I thought it was hilarious. Number two, thanks, Corley. Number two, I thought it was funny. And then I thought, oh, this is the stuff that makes me nuts. I see people posting on social media all day long. I see people posting not basically trying to sell their stuff everywhere they go. I get friend messages all the time, people reaching out to friend me on Facebook. And I know that they're just leading up to like, hey, are your options open, right? Or whatever the saying of the day is. And this is something that I'll just tell you right out there. Like, I know a lot of people that are having a lot of success mindlessly messaging and making friends with people all over the place on Facebook, and that's fine. If that's for you, great. It just wasn't something for me, and it's not something that I'm ever going to teach. So I'm going to teach you 12 ways today that you can actually attract people to you. Would it be great if you had your system set up behind you and your links, etc., so people can go check out your business and your products on their own time? which is what they want to do, right? That would be great, but that's not what we're going to talk about today. So here's the fact. People buy things and get started with people, and you've heard this if you've been around in the industry for a minute. You've heard this before. People get started and buy things from people they know, like, and trust. And the great thing about social media is that it is a free platform. You do not have to pay. And I advertise, right? Many of you are on this live because maybe you saw something on Facebook that I posted and boosted a post or paid Facebook to show you. If that's you, raise your hand, right? You were attracted by some of the methods that I teach members of our Top Producer Academy and our Top Producer Mastermind. But people buy things from people they know, like, and trust. So think about this. So let's say you've got a guy on your street has this brand new in the box Sony 800 bazillion dollar TV, right? And so he plunks it into a shopping cart and he rolls it up and down the street, and he's trying to sell this beautiful TV at a massive discount to anybody that wants it. So if somebody comes up to you, you're in the market for a TV, and they've got this TV in a shopping cart, but you don't know this guy, right? You don't trust him. There might not be a TV in that. We're all trained to distrust anyway. It's our natural reaction is to distrust things. So you're not going to trust that the TV is actually still in there. And so guess what? If you're in the market for the TV, you're going to go down to Best Buy or your local TV store or Amazon or whatever and buy the TV there because you know that store, you like it, and you trust it. I don't care if that guy's selling that TV for half off, you're probably not going to buy it. And that's what we face on social media. And that's just how people are observing, frankly, all of us that are looking to position ourselves as influencers, as leaders, as someone to trust, know, and like. So what is our job with our social selling? What is our job? So our job is to get people to know, like, and trust us, right? So how do you do that? Well, we widen our influence, and the way to do that, and what I mean by widen our influence is we attract more people to our profiles and our page. Now, I want to say something right now. There's a lot of confusion about where to post as far as profiles and pages. And if you don't have a page, I would strongly urge you to get one. And that's a whole nother show and a whole nother training. But I'd advise you to get one because we've had a lot of conversations with my great friend, Jerry Ann Wiesbrook, who might be watching here today. She is the person that Facebook consults on building groups. She and Facebook are intertwined. As a matter of fact, they did a whole commercial about her that's been being aired all over the place. And her groups and her authority. It's been aired all over the football games and all country music awards, and it's been everywhere. You probably have seen it. Anyway, so a couple weeks ago at our Top Producer Academy live event, we spent some time with Jerry Ann. She came and contributed her amazing knowledge to us, the attendees. And one of the things that she says Facebook has 3 people that are looking for, one person is looking for people that are abusing children. The other person is looking for fake news. And the third person is looking for people that are doing business on their personal pages. So while we're all small fry, we don't want that person to find us, and it's just going to get bigger. Their bots are going to be able to be smarter finding us. It's just not good to only do business on your personal page. Facebook doesn't care. They'll just kick you right out. So the things that I'm going to share with you today work on both your profile and your page, but it is a really easy way, especially since probably most of your action is on your personal page. This is a way to, you can just sit down once a month and do all of your page your professional page, you can get that all knocked out. So I'm going to share a way with you to do that. So let's get, okay, so our job is to build our influence, attract people to us that friend us and like our page. So we do that through being consistent. Facebook rewards consistently, especially on your page. If you're consistently posting, they begin to take you seriously and they will spread the word about your page, just like lives, right? If you're consistently live on your page, I'm not talking about your personal profile. If you're consistently live on your page for 30 days, Facebook starts promoting you. There's a hint, which we're not talking about today. So widen your influence by being consistent. We all know that we should be posting high value content every single day. And if that gives you a headache, I totally get it. But again, I'm going to show you ways to get that done where it's not such, it's not a pain in the patootie. Okay, so attracting people to us. The second job we have to do is create trust, right? And so we create trust by what we post and the dreaded word, consistency. Your prospects are watching you. Even if they've said no, I never do that thing, you're in one of those things, you're in a pyramid, whatever preconceived notions they're bringing to the table, they're still watching you. So you're consistent. Those people that are in a remotely qualified prospects will come around. And then your third job is to be likable, right? So know, like, and trust. Your job is to be likable. And the only way you can do that is by being you, right? You can't be somebody else. You can't be some fake person, right? I am just me, right? There's nothing else here except for me and my experience and my consistency in the marketplace. Again, this is one of the reasons why I've been able to do what I've been able to do, is just that I've just done it over and over and over and over again and been an example. So are we ready? Hey, Desiree, good to see you. Guys, I started in the beginning with my mission. If you are just coming in now, make sure you catch the beginning and talking about what systems can do for your business. I'm going to get into the 12 post topics or prompts that you can use throughout the year to build your know, like, and trust factor, as long as you're consistently. So I'm going to start with the most obvious one first, right? So be you. Photos. By the way, just a note, tons and tons of research has been done out there about the right photo to put with a post. And so somebody might you might be writing a post about, let's just say, a movie. And it might be tempting of you to put a picture of the movie, but the posts that get opened and read the most always have pictures of you. So get yourself a picture when you're at the movie, or you don't have to do it every time. I certainly don't do it every time, but if you can, get a picture of you. So post recommendation number one is you, your family, what you do, what you like, your opinions about stuff, just what I call the real you. Things you messed up on, things that are happening with your family. You guys know that. We have examples of Facebook posts everywhere. Things where you've messed up. People love stories, and I'm going to get to that in a second. But number one, the real you. I just call this one the real you. Number two is photo quotes. So in my social selling content calendar, I give you guys like 120 different quotes that are geared around entrepreneurism and are geared to attract people to you. But you can get quotes anywhere. You probably have a bunch of favorite quotes. And all you do, it's called a photo quote. All you do is grab a photo. You can use a company called canva.com or whatever, or there's a million apps that you can use on your phone, and just put a quote over it and post it. That counts as consistency. People want to know what you stand for, and it's another way to be consistent. Number two, create trust. And number three, give somebody a glimpse into what your values are, because that's part of that trust factor. People want to know what you stand for. right? You know, right now, I stand for automating your business as much as possible because that has the potential to set you free. I say it over and over and over and over again, and you'll guys never hear me stop saying it because people want to know what you're passionate about. And I'm passionate about helping women, especially because for so many years I was the only woman in the world in the room. Like all of the other marketers and all the other top performers at these companies were men, because men were the ones that had for some reason become good internet marketers. And so my passion is helping women because I'm sick of being the only woman in the room. Not so true anymore. There's lots of us women internet marketers, network marketers. So photo quotes. Number 3 is your recommendations. Recommendations of working with somebody. Here's a tricky ninja trick. Recommending somebody in your downline as an amazing person to work with benefits you, right? So you can do that all over the place. Recommending your favorite Brussels sprouts recipe. People love that stuff, right? So definitely recommendations. Prompt number 4 are engagement questions. Now, here's what I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about engagement questions like, do you like this house or that house? Or do you like this kitchen or that kitchen? I think those are so 2012 or 2010 even, right? They created a lot of interest a long time ago. Be more creative and be more thought-provoking with your engagement questions. So for example, over the past couple of weeks, I've watched a movie called The Game Changers on Netflix twice. It's a documentary about food. I won't say anything more because I could go on and on. There's a reason why I watched it twice. But it's about not eating meat. And I've never been even considered being a vegetarian ever. I like me meat. But this movie was very, very powerful. So last night I posed a question on Facebook. I think the question was, it was when it comes to giving up carbs, I'm like, yeah, easy peasy. When it comes to giving up meat, no. Why is that? Or something like that, right? So it engaged a whole host of, the conversation went on between 3 or 4 of us for about an hour until we got tired of chatting on Facebook, but the conversation is still continuing on my page, on my personal profile today. So be creative with your engagement questions and have it be something that's meaningful to you. Number 5, expressing gratitude. I think that gratitude is probably the most powerful emotion that we can ever experience and ever recommend to anybody else to experience. We all have clothes on. We all have running water, hopefully. We all have, hopefully, a roof over our head. Certainly every single person that's watching this has a phone or a computer, right? So being grateful for the things we have is incredibly attractive, and it is good medicine for yourself. Now, you can be grateful. Here's another ninja hint. You can be grateful for someone in your team, for someone in your company, for having found your company, for the results you're experiencing. You can be you don't want to say what your company is or the product necessarily, but you can be completely grateful for something business oriented and still be attractive, and you be attracting people to you. Like what? Like why? Wow, how? So gratitude. Number 6 is what I call today I learned something. So I could have twisted the post that I did last night and said, oh my gosh, I've learned so much from this movie, Game Changers. I learned that blah, 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 blah. What has been your experience, right? So something that you learned today. Today I learned how to automate my follow-up so that somebody gets followed up with from me forever that I ever talk to. Today I learned how to post on social media without being a salesy weirdo, right? These are the kinds of things that people are interested in. And especially if you put them with a little twist about something that they might want to learn too, or I learned how to build a business without mindlessly reaching out to people on Facebook, right? I learned how to build a business without having to attack friends and family, right? That's my big thing, right? If someone told me that I had to make a list of 100 people, I would have been out 14, 15 years ago when I got started in this industry. I would have been out so fast. And so I'm incredibly grateful that the company that I got started with did not ask me to do that. So today I learned something. Number 7, and this one I'm getting up to the really most impactful ones. Number 7 is testimonials. Grab testimonials. Do a Facebook Live with the 2 of you on Facebook Live, or just write them out. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of so-and-so. Let's just say you have somebody in, and I'm going to go a little ninja on this, so listen up. So let's say that you have somebody that you've spoken to, or somebody's in your sales funnel, or somebody that said they were going to get started that didn't, and their excuse was that they were too busy, right? So, and you didn't solve that in your conversation, which is a whole nother show, because I could tell you how to overcome that one super easy and help that person make it through that resistance barrier. But again, that's a whole nother show. But they say you have somebody that said, I just can't, I'm just too busy right now. So you load up your social media posts with, oh my gosh, Linda, she's been able to hit, I don't know, $10,000 a month, and she has 8 kids, a job, another business, and blah, blah, blah. Congratulations to Linda. So excited for you. Just those testimonials, right? You're actually, in this case, you're using what is called the law of edification. And I'm going to just say that again, the law of edification. So by edifying someone else, your upline, your downline, your sideline, people that you just hear about in your company, you don't even have to know when you go to your company events. When you edify somebody else, who looks good? Right? You do. So use the law of edification to your benefit. You're making that person look good, that you're edifying. Maybe you're bringing on one of your upline leaders and on a Facebook Live. They're going to be happy to do that. But you look good, and you are establishing yourself as someone so that someone should follow, and you're establishing yourself as a leader. So when you go to events, grab your phone and get your downline, your sideline to record testimonials for you and slap them on up there. They don't have to be like, oh, Carla's the best person in the world to work with. I can't believe I ever did. I made this decision, right? It can be, but you want to just leverage testimonials. And what's even more important is by leveraging different kinds of testimonials: money testimonials, time testimonials, results testimonials. Think about the objections that people give you, the reasons that they give you for not starting, and then just get testimonials that prove that objection is not true, and get them out there on social media. Isn't that freaking just like, that's one's genius? And I didn't think that up myself. People have been using that forever. Number 8 is ask me anything. I love this one. It is a great, especially if you have a group, it's a great way to generate conversations. You can say, ask me anything about anything, right? Ask me anything about how I put my makeup on. Ask me anything about the price of jewelry. You can just anything. Again, it's open-ended stuff, and I want to talk about engagement at the end. Somebody remind me. I want to get back to the topic about engagement at the end when you hear crickets and what to do and think. So number 8 is ask me anything. Number 9 is repost an influencer. Number 9 is repost an influencer. And an influencer isn't like, I'm not talking about Kim Kardashian or some politician. I'm not talking about that at all. I'm talking about reposting somebody that you admire, respect, and follow. Take one of their posts and repost it, share it into your feed, both on your page and your profile, and say something nice about that influencer. So let's say it could be somebody that's achieved something in make sure to credit them back. Again, it establishes a tie between you and that person. It also, again, leverages the law of edification. It doesn't have to be some big hoo-ha somebody somewhere, but it has to be something meaningful to you. So that was number 9, repost and influencer. Number 10 is edify someone specifically in your company. This is very similar to the testimonial post, but this can be anything. It could be, oh my gosh, I'm so proud of Joan. She had a hard time getting started. She had to get the money together. She did that, and then she got started, and she did this X, Y, and Z, right? Or I'm so excited to be working with this guy. You know, in my last opportunity, my husband and I purposely got started with an old-fashioned network marketer. We really, and he is one of the top, you know, make list person in the world. He was last year, I think he was I think he got to number 9 as far as the top income earner, and he had done that in less than 2 years in the list of top income earners in the network marketing industry that report their income. So there are lots and lots of network marketers, direct sales professionals that are making billions of dollars that don't report their income. I'm not saying they don't report their income to the government. I'm saying they don't report their income to the people that calculate these things. So we got started with this guy because we really wanted to dissect what he was doing and how he did it. I wasn't interested in going and talking to people at the Safeway grocery store, but we were really interested in learning his leadership skills. So I edified him all the time. This guy is a freaking unicorn. Like, he is amazing at what he does. It wasn't something that I wanted to do, but I edified him all the time. And guess who looks good, right? We looked good. So edify somebody in your company or somebody that you just really respect. We're getting down to the end. I can't believe it. And I got to better hurry. I promised myself I'd only be a half an hour. Number 11. Guys, if you like this, if you're enjoying this at all, please, please, please check out. I've got a way for you to keep this completely organized. You don't have to sweat about what to post on Thursday. It's all done for you. If you check out my content calendar, I just go to products.carlasilver.com/content calendar. And I'll put that in your, Jerk, I see your question too. So I'll answer questions at the end for sure. But if you go there, it's got a content calendar planned out for you all of 2020. It includes November, this month, and December, and a bunch of other goodies. So check that out. That's available on a pre-Black Friday I'll just tell you, it's $37. Like, it's the greatest deal ever. Hundreds of hours of work went into this, and it's specifically designed for you guys in network marketing. So check that out. Okay, let's get to number 11. Number 11 is story selling posts. Story selling posts. So if you go to my page, my Carla Silver page, if you go to my page, I wrote a story selling post on the page, and there's a whole training on how to do. Thank you guys for all the hearts and likes. I love that. I can see them coming up through my phone here. Thank you. Mwah. I love you too. Story selling posts. There is a structure that I use for story selling posts, and again, that's a whole training that will be available to you when you get to the content calendar. But basically, it's asking a question where there's just agitating a problem. So the problem could be, this isn't a very good example, but the problem could be, Oh my gosh, you know, do you ever find yourself at the end of the month without enough money to get to the end of the month, or not enough, or not what you want? And then you talk about your experience with that. Yeah, it happened to me a lot. And I'd wake up in the night in the middle at 2 a.m. in the morning. And all I could think about was all the bills that were due, and that how was I going to pay my mortgage, and how are we going to go take my kids to the school because I don't have enough gas. Like, I could not sleep for months. And then then you find a solution, talk about the solution, and then present the answer. So the story selling posts are, when they're done right, are powerful. And guys, I will, don't be afraid. Do it. Don't be afraid, Rosa. Be as vulnerable and as out there as possible. Remember, first of all, if somebody doesn't like you or doesn't like, they're never going to get started with you anyway. And so who the heck cares, right? If you piss them off, right? Get off my page, right? I love you, but go away, right? So you got to get to a place where you're not worried about offending somebody. You know, I said some kind of edgy words at the beginning of this conversation that we were having here today. And you saw me think about saying them, and I'm like, hell, I'm just going to be myself. And so I said the story at the beginning of our talk today. Be yourself. Stories are extraordinarily impactful, again, when they're done the right way, and even when they're done incorrectly. I mean, people want to know you. They want to know you, your values. So don't overthink it. Just tell the story, right? Start with something negative. Ask a question. Talk about how awful it was for you, and we all have them, or how great it was, and then how it wasn't, or what the solution you found was. And again, it's not about saying, oh my gosh, and then I found Modere or Herbalife or Amway, and my life was saved. This is not what you're doing. You are telling a story straight from your heart that is impactful, and you're providing a solution at the end. And we'll talk about links and stuff, etc., at the end of this conversation. And thank you, Terry. Terry says that content calendar is insane, huge value. Okay, so it's still going across here. Guys, I've been talking for ages. Hopefully you are still seeing me, because I don't have it going. Okay, number 12. You guys ready for number 12? Number 12 is what I call a POW. I wonder if I can get this to stop showing. This is not supposed to be showing. Let's see if I take that off. Let's see if I put Carla Silver. Maybe that'll stop that scroll at the bottom. I don't have it on. So for some reason, it's still going. Oh, thanks for the hearts and likes. Okay, so we're going to go to number 12. And it's something that I learned from the amazing Shamika Tankerson, who is she calls herself a sales coach, but actually she's just a giant shrink. She's a personal development master. So sorry guys, I don't really know why that's still going. I can still see it. Wonder if I can show something else. Let's see if I can show something else. Oh, and I'm just giving you guys. Let's see. I'll take questions at the end. Let's see if this will stop it. Show. I'll have it say that. Oh, and it's still a crawler. Oh, wait. Hide. Title. Okay, so let's see if that fixes it. Okay. Number 12. And I learned this one from Shamika, who is amazing. Another person that you should follow. I love her to death. She does not focus on network marketers or direct sales individuals like I do, but she's still powerful. Okay, it's called a POW post. And POW stands for proof of work. And it's very, very similar to many of the other testimonials, etc. But it's when you are celebrating somebody that did something. So for example, You'll see me do this all the time. I will, someone in our top producer mastermind, which is our high level coaching program that is for people that are focused on getting their systems done and getting their business to 6 and 7 figure incomes. When someone achieves something in there, I am shouting that from the mountaintops. I want to not only reward the person that achieved that, and it can be anywhere. It doesn't have to be in our top producer mastermind. It can be anyone in my universe, right? I want to edify that person that I've worked with, that I've helped, and I want to make sure that the people that are following me, that are watching me, thinking about joining my business or buying my products, know that my products and my business, and that I get results for people. Now, again, this is not something you do every day. This is not maybe something that this is something perfect for your page, right? Maybe not, maybe it might make you feel a little uncomfortable on your profile, but there are ways to segment your list in your profile page so your friends and family aren't seeing those kinds of posts. So again, that is something that you can use to really, really, really leverage social media to create sales for you. I'll give you a reason why and how it worked for me. So Shamika keeps posting all these results that she's getting for her clients. She's relentless. It never ends. And so I'm dying. I already have a sales coach, right? But I'm dying to throw a credit card at her face because she's given me so much undeniable proof that what she does works and that her customers and clients are getting results that I am half compelled to pay her. It's not cheap. It's like $20,000 to work with her. So if it's $100 to get started or $200 or $2,000 to get started in your network marketing business, can you see how this can work for you? Right? So those are the 12 different ways to use prompts. I am so sorry the sales message is still going on. I can't make it stop. I have put everything here that I can do here. Let's see if I can erase it. Let's see if I can erase it. Delete. Yes, delete. So maybe that got rid of it. Let's delete this one too. Delete. Hopefully that worked. All right, I've deleted the message entirely from Be Live. So let's get to the questions. Oh, before I get to the questions, I want to address something. So one of my members of my top producer mastermind, she asked me not too long ago, she goes, when I do my recommendations, I get hundreds and hundreds of people on my lives and hundreds and hundreds of comments. But when I'm talking about my business, I only get maybe a couple people show up, or I only get a couple of comments. And I said, and she goes, I don't really want to do those anymore. I totally get that, right? It feels weird when you post something and you get crickets. But I want to ask you a question. Who is your perfect prospect? My perfect prospect is a woman that is, and men, of course, my perfect prospect is a woman that is a network marketing direct sales professional that is busy, that is committed to using systems to set her time free, and is committed to making a multiple 6 or 7 figure income, and wants to do that sooner rather than later, like now. So if I'm doing a post and I don't see a bunch of responses or maybe not a lot of comments on my live, I don't sweat that, because my perfect prospect doesn't have time to write a comment necessarily. They're out there doing their thing, right? So remember, again, your people are watching you, and they're seeing if you're going to be consistent, and they're seeing and making sure that you're the person, that you're their person that they want to do business with. So don't sweat it if there's nothing happening on your post. Your prospects are watching, and maybe they didn't see that post that day, right? So, okay, that dang thing is still there. Let's go look at, gosh, guys, it's so great to see all of you here. Krista, yes, I do coaching. Systems are giant. If you're still on, yes, I do coaching. Rosa, welcome. Desiree, welcome. First time watching. Great. Good to have you here. Let's see. All right. Should you repost your company founder? Jerica asked, should you repost your company founder? I'm not exactly sure what you mean, but if your company founder says something that you agree with, absolutely do that for sure. Kristen, hey, thank you. Terry, you know how much I adore you. We need to chat for 15 minutes sometime this week. Rosa, as you know, don't be afraid of story selling posts. That's probably the number one way. It's number one way to sell. Oh, and I'll give you another little ninja hint. I want you to be consistent, right? So over time, you develop a huge amount of content over time. So you say you do a story post only once or twice a month. And if you get this annoying content calendar that keeps going across the screen, the content calendar is annoying. It's awesome. But if you get the content calendar for yourself, it'll tell you when to post those story posts. But let's say you do 2 a month for a year. You have 24 story posts. Now, not all of them may be able to be reposted because they might be about, oh, this Christmas at, 2019. But you've got a bunch of stories that you can use in the future, in next year or in 6 months from now. Because remember, people aren't seeing your posts most of the time, right? Right? You guys know that? Like Jerry Ann says, it's 1 in 500 people that you are connected to will see your posts. So guess what? You are building in an arsenal of ammunition that you can use to continue developing that know, like, and trust. Some of the story posts that I have, I just started digging them out. I've got hundreds from the past few years that I'm digging them out, rewriting them, and I'm using, I'm going to plan out all of 2020, and they'll be all set to go by the end of this year. I'll have most of 2020 done. And we're going to do this in our Top Producer Mastermind group in December. We're going to get most of your social media, the big chunks of it, done for next year. So for those of you that are in that group watching. So content calendar. Tom Paul, good to see you here. Yep, Coralie, the ones that would love you will stick with you and support you, whatever you're doing. Thank you, Meryl. This is really good. Thank you. Thank you. Yep. Coralie, you're welcome. How do you spell her name? Oh, Shamika. Maybe it was Shamika. Krista, are you talking about Shamika? It's Shameca Tankerson, Tankerson, if that's who you were talking about. Paul, Virginia, welcome to the tribe. Rosa, I'll get the calendar. Congratulations. Good. That's awesome. And Krista, it depends. So we'd have to have a conversation. That's a year-long program. All right. Any other questions that anybody have? Last call for alcohol. We can go through these again, but I recommend that if you saw, nope, it's Shamika, Shameca, Shamika Tankerson, and that's just spelled like it sounds, Tankerson, Tankerson. That woman is fierce. That's the best word that I can use to describe her. She's freaking awesome. Okay, guys, real quick, and oh, by the way, all 12 of these posts are here's how the content calendar works. You get it either in a spreadsheet. You can get it all 3 ways: spreadsheet, Google Doc, or a PDF. And each day there's an actual strategy on what to do each day, and it prompts you. Like today, do a story selling post. Today, do a POW post. Today, do a gratitude post. Today, do a photo overlay. So I've got about 120 quotes. I have 120. I lost my mind. That's right, Krista. Shamika Tankerson. 120 quotes. What was the other thing? Somebody remind me. I've got 240 of something. One's quotes, one's something else. And it tells you every day what to do, and it prompts you so that you don't have to break a brain and stress over what you're posting. Now, logically, I just want to say this, right? If you're moved to post something X on a Y day, do what you're moved to post. This is just meant to take the stress out of what to post and when, right? Because think of all the time that we waste and stress we have, because we know we're supposed to be posting every day, right? We know that's the only way to begin generating that, building that relationship, and the only way that we can end up making money through free advertising, which is social media. So that's about it. All I have today, guys. I love you all. I'll see you inside. If you're watching inside of Clever Girl Marketers, I love you. If you're not in Clever Girl, go over there. If you haven't gotten the content calendar, it will be $37. This is the craziest thing. It will be $37 until Black Friday, and it will go up in price. I will go to $47, which isn't a giant leap, but it'll go to $47 on Black Friday, and we will be having some other really good stuff happening. So my love, I will be, if you've got other things, other questions, I'll be in the live here paying attention. I'll be in the comments for the rest of the day. Big love from me to you. Have an awesome day, everybody. Kristen, I'll see you in a few minutes, lady. Bye, everyone.